All right, today we also have an update on our medical cannabis program, and specifically the pardon for those who desperately needed the medication, who couldn't get it in Kentucky, that we were able to help get it from other states that pushed the General Assembly to finally pass and legalize this program. In November of 2022, I signed an executive order providing a conditional pardon to Kentuckians suffering from eligible conditions that purchased medical marijuana or cannabis from out of state. These individuals were required to have a written certification from their doctor, and the medical cannabis purchased had to be from states where it was legal. The step was taken before I signed legislation legalizing medical cannabis in Kentucky in 2023. It took effect January 1st of 2025. The goal of the previous order and our current law is to offer Kentuckians suffering from painful conditions a safer alternative to opioids or addictive medications. As we stand here today, I'm proud to say that Team Kentucky has launched every step of the process, the cultivators, processors, safety compliance facilities, and the dispensaries, and we now have 33 businesses up and running. That includes 11 cultivators, 2 safety compliance facilities, 3 processors, and 17 dispensaries spread all over and in virtually every region of the state. More than 24,288 Kentuckians have been approved for a medical cannabis card, and we now have nearly 500 practitioners. These are medical professionals that are evaluating people for whether they have the conditions or the symptoms, because some symptoms were put into the law, to qualify for one of these cards. Now that medical cannabis is readily available, we're going to end the conditional pardon starting on July 1st of this year. What that means is now that you can buy it in-state under our program, which we run, which we make sure is safe and is a medical program, beginning July 1, if you are traveling out of state under that conditional pardon, you now must purchase your medical cannabis in-state, because we now know that there is enough. And we can tell you what's in each and every one of those products. I said in the very beginning, when I signed the pardons themselves, that if the General Assembly passed a medical marijuana program, I would rescind it when there was sufficient access. As of July 1st, we are going to hit that point. Now, this should give people plenty of time. You have the rest of the month, if you're traveling out of state, to contact an eligible practitioner and apply for a medical cannabis card right here in Kentucky. We're committed to helping those in need. In fact, just last week, I signed an executive order clarifying the qualifying conditions on medical cannabis. With that clarification, 15 additional conditions are now recognized, including terminal illness, ALS, sickle cell, anemia, Parkinson's, and more. This was the right thing to do, and it was needed, because in the law, they wrote in the name of some medical conditions, but then they wrote some symptoms like pain and nausea, all of which clearly are symptoms of what's up there on the screen. This was the right thing to do. It's helping a lot of people. And I was really surprised to see an attack from one lawmaker who called on the Attorney General to prosecute people dying of a terminal illness for securing medical cannabis. I mean, that's a complete lack of humanity. It is really low. I mean, an individual with ALS, you want to prosecute. And that is certainly not leadership, and even for that individual is a new record low. Let me say this. Sometimes we see people make these threats, and in this current culture, I think they think it's masculinity. But masculinity isn't being the bully on the playground. It's being the person that stands between the bully and the person they're picking on. That's my job, to stand in between those bullies and these individuals that have these very serious conditions that are saying, just give me something that isn't addictive, that isn't opioids, and that can help me. That's what I'm going to do as governor. These folks are in real pain, they need help, and they need this safe alternative. Politics should never get in the way of doing what's right for Kentuckians. For the full list of conditions or to learn more about the medical cannabis process, visit the website on the screen.